Welcome to TV Burp. Beckham rejects LA and signs to Emmerdale FC. It was spinning day on the bill. And bib shortage on top drama, Trial and Retribution spoils spaghetti bolognese. I wonder what it would be like if Jackie Goody was made Chancellor of the Exchequer. A bit like that, I suppose. Yes, it's our celebrity Big Brother Roundup.
Celebrity Big Brother Roundup.
And what an amazing array of A-list celebrities. I couldn't believe they'd managed to get hold of Donny Tourette. I have all the Towers of London's albums, and you can often find me in the mosh pit at their concerts. On top of that, Danielle Lloyd. Cleo Rockus. Or the Joker, as we call her. And even Jo O'Meara, or a young Pat Butcher, as we call her. And hasn't Alan Davis let himself go, eh? Now, to be fair, they've got Jermaine Jackson on board, who, we learnt, has given one of his children a very special name.
Then I have two boys, well, three who are, like, around the same age. One's name is Your Majesty, who...
Your Majesty?
Your Majesty, yes. Yeah. He's got a number of kids. There's Your Majesty, obviously. Then there's his older brother, Your Royal Highness. The youngest sister, do you want a cup of tea? And the youngest of them all, do you have any idea how embarrassing it is to be called Your Majesty? Between bouts of bullying, one of the tasks was to ask Big Brother the one question that they always wanted to know the answer to.
Well, the one question I have always wanted to know the answer to, and I'm frightened to find out about, that's why I haven't researched it myself, is Clint Eastwood the son of Stan Laurel?
Jay, what is the one question you have always wanted to know the answer to?
How comes Eskimos haven't turned into ice cubes, like ice people?
She's got a point. I never thought about it like that.
How comes there's never been a boat of Eskimos that have come over here? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, wait a minute. How come that hasn't happened?
You know, like they say dolphins talk to each other. Like, Eskimos, when they talk to each other, is it like a... I don't know, like, what do they sound like?
Yeah, what are they? Some sort of sea lion or dolphin?
If any Eskimos are watching Big Brother, I'd really like it if you just maybe wanted to meet me, just to give me 10 minutes of the time so I could just ask some questions about Eskimos.
Wait a minute. I can see a couple now. Did you see Big Brother last night?
Yes, it was excellent, but what is this Jane Goody creature?
I don't know, but if I ever caught one, I could live off one for a year. But my out-and-out favourite so far has been Jade Goody's mum, Jackie. Sadly, Jackie was first to be evicted. The Joker took it particularly badly.
And we all unconditionally and 100% love Jackie. All of us. Absolutely all of us.
That's good, because she's coming round to your place for Christmas. It wasn't so much her being thrown out for Cleo, it was more the manner of her departure.
Jackie left with no shoes, which is a big concern to Jade, as well as not being able to obviously say goodbye to us. And we just want to know that Jackie will have been provided with shoes and the adequate and proper comfort and care to get.
Shoes for Jackie. Don't tell Cleo, but it turns out it was worse than that, as this previously unseen footage shows.
Jackie, You have been evicted.
OK, does the housemates know this?
The door to your right will now open.
What about my eviction clothes? Do I go out like this?
Please leave the Big Brother house.
I've got no shoes on. OK. I've got no shoes on or nothing.
She was slung out and made to walk across broken glass and hot coals before retrieving her specially adapted wellies. Which brings me to my favourite bit of Big Brother from, I think, all the series so far. I think it says it all.
12:27 p.m.
I wonder how far away you have to be from a pond to still be able to feed the ducks.
Have you seen what he's doing out here? He's losing it completely.
Yeah, probably better you can still see the pond. Yes, it's our own Emmerdale. And staying with the King family, what do you usually do when you park up? Change down, handbrake, and windscreen wipers. And isn't it weird how some people end up looking like they're cookers, though, eh?
Struggling to understand is why you went up to Home Farm in the first place.
Hello! Hiya! Here, never get Ray Mears to make you a packed lunch.
So this is going to dry now really easily. And when that's dried, it'll go quite hard and brittle. And that could easily be packed into a bag and taken on a journey.
Yeah, to the bin. Yes. This was Ray Mears' Wild Food on BBC Two, in which Ray Mears and his mate Gordon play over the fields and eat weeds. They'll eat virtually anything.
The test is in the mouth, isn't it?
Well, that's really interesting. That is the best taste I've ever had from a stinging nettle.
High praise indeed. A stinging nettle for main course, dock leaf for pudding. And as a starter, how about some water lily seeds? Well, they try those and they're just a little too bitter. And of course, lily seeds, far too bitter. Don't worry. Ray has got an old family recipe up his sleeve. You ferment the lily seeds for 2 weeks, grind them up, wrap them up in leaves, tie them with stinging nettles, then cook them in the embers. There. How's that taste now?
Try.
Still bitter.
Yes, that's very bitter.
That's disgusting.
No wonder Gordon looks a little uncomfortable.
And when I
Ooh, my stomach! Try crouching on all fours. Maybe that'll help to relieve it. I suppose it was only a matter of time before this happened.
With his detailed knowledge...
Dirty boy. Go and change those trousers before your mum sees them. Yeah, just stuff them down the bottom of the laundry. She'll never notice them. Put your pants in the bin.
Hi, Harry from Soapstar Superstar. Hey, did you notice the Tupperware cereal box on Corrie, the one that makes the sound of a train?
Choo-choo! Choo-choo! You too. Yes, it's our own Coronation Street. And have you ever noticed that Blanche's legs rattle when she stops walking? Or have you indeed ever wondered what Norris keeps in that shoulder bag?
Oh, morning.
Morning.
Sickness and diarrhea.
Most people prefer a bucket. Here, what's the most flamboyant way you've tried for dusting some jam pots?
When you went out with us.
That's right. It's housework is entertainment. Take it away, Dev. week for the Barlow family. Naughty Tracy clocked her boyfriend over the head and killed him. And amongst all these shenanigans, the murder, the police investigation, who keeps his head whilst all around are losing theirs? Ken. He's just so cool, Ken, isn't he? This is largely because he is, in fact, a ventriloquist's dummy. Usually operated by Deirdre.
Large is live and twice as nice.
He called this morning, not long after.
But every now and then, she lets someone else have a go.
But two of the people that are most precious to me. Not your fault. Oh, yeah, well, whose fault is it?
Very cool. You see, if Ken looks like he's losing it, they placate him with his favourite cuddly elephant.
That everyone else can see he's an animal, but she can't.
Because she doesn't want
it just keeps him calm. Yeah, it's like on Eastenders, where to cheer up poor Rebecca, they use a cuddly rabbit.
All those lovely trees and flowers.
Which I guess begs the question, which is better? Rebecca's cuddly rabbit or Ken's cuddly elephant? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Go on, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. Get in there. Welcome back to TV Burp. The Goody family celebrate Jade's return. Ray Mears' wife gets the dinner ready. And noisy search warrant on Eastenders.
She told you everything she knows.
We have a warrant for her arrest.
Hey, you know when you've been out for a ride on your quad bike, when you take your crash helmet off, it's nice to just shake your hair free, isn't it, girls? Oh. In your dreams, Phil. It's relocation. And this week, Kirsty and Phil were in Scotland, searching for a house for Tracy and her husband, Dan. And they managed it.
Downstairs, it's got a gorgeous sitting room, playroom, utility room, and a well-designed kitchen.
Then a quick sweep up the elegant staircase reveals a chic bathroom and 3 large bedrooms. I defy anyone not to like this house.
I don't like it. Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week. Eastenders now, and is it me, or does Bradley always look like he's just broken wind? Poor Dino was in hospital after a bout of drink driving. He'd been trying to forget an unsightly image burnt into his consciousness.
I went round to her flat, looked through the window, and there she was. A big slop of a feather on top of her. Both laughing, both drunk. My mum. What kind of woman would do that?
Pat? No, be real. She's been around a bit as Pat.
Think you're clever, don't you? You don't fool me.
Who could fool you, Pat? You know every trick in the book. You probably even wrote the book.
Yeah, she wrote the book. Yeah, I've got it here. Here it is. The Joy of Pat. Which I thought I would show you, actually. It's just... Perhaps I won't. While we've been away, it seems there's been a new star born in the firmament of TV naturalists. One Nick Baker, currently appearing in Nick Baker's Weird Creatures on 5. He's a good deal younger than David Attenborough, so you might expect he doesn't quite know as much.
I'm not exaggerating, there are thousands and thousands of them. We don't even know what this one is. Our fish expert
doesn't really know what it is. The books don't tell us what it is. And, you know, let's face it, there's not many countries in the world where you can find a large organism like that and still have no idea of its identity.
It's a fish, basically. That's all you need to know. Up there in the sky, that's birds. Right? On the ground, they're mainly dogs. In the water, fish. That's pretty much it. But what he lacks in knowledge, he certainly makes up for in the gentle way he has with the little creatures.
That is what I've travelled 7,000 miles to see. David, I can't believe it. We better get this in the tank before it passes away. But this isn't... Oh!
Whoops. It was a shame he dropped that, because it was a special type of fish.
It's nothing worse than the one that got away.
Especially as Juan Carlos assures me it was definitely one of the species that swims up inside your penis.
I prefer a bit of cod myself. Nick had a useful tip for remembering whether a snake is poisonous or not.
And there's a great little rhyme, which is red on black, venom lack, red and yellow, killer fellow.
No, I'll write that down. Red on black, venom lack, red on yellow, killer fellow. Presumably that's pretty much across the board, is it, Nick?
And then, of course, they only apply in certain parts of the world. Because you go down to South America thinking, oh, yeah, this will be a harmless one. The reality is that a lot of them work the other way around down there, so you end up in all sorts of trouble.
What's the point? Staying with wildlife, ITV1's hit show Wild at Heart is back. Yes, in which vet Danny sets up house in South Africa with actress Amanda Holden. And how many years is it to train to be a vet? 5, 6? Still, you're never too qualified to take a lesson from a local.
And what is that exactly?
A leopard.
Yeah, and you might like to know how I remember which of the cats are dangerous. It's tabby cat, can live with that. If it's leopardy, you might be in jeopardy. That's the way I have of remembering it. Obviously, it's different in South America. Which brings me to the most unexpected round of applause of the week.
Most unexpected round of applause of the week.
What's in that box?
This is my JCB toolkit. I've got the tools.
Can you open it up and let us
Of course
see
I can. There you go.
This was the new Richard Madeley vehicle, Fortune £1 million giveaway. Catchy title, catchy show. In which members of the public are invited to ask some of the nation's top criminals, businessmen, for money to follow their dreams.
What I want to do is put a major new stunt in my show. I want to buy a fire engine and build on the back of it a giant toilet about 7 feet high. It'll have an extra high U-bend, so it's really full of water. And then what I'll do is put some floats of petrol on top of the water, set that on fire, and dive off the cistern into the flaming toilet and escape through the U-bend.
It's not exactly Jim will fix it, is it? There was one lady who wanted to pursue her dream of being a makeup artist.
Hello, my name's Jan. This is my daughter Nicole. Today, she is my visual prop. I am here today because my ambition is to continue my career in special effects makeup. So today, I've come to you to ask for £9,750 so I can go to special effects makeup school in London.
Whatever for? You don't need any more training. You mean to tell me that's not a real monkey? Look. It's virtually impossible to tell where makeup ends and fake fur begins. By the way, before the show, I received a late Christmas present. Yes, a VHS gift set. Yes, a VHS burgundy scarf, a burgundy gloves, and burgundy pants. Oh, where are my burgundy pants?
And you actually can see a trail we've left, a very clean footprint. I think it's fantastic. Oh my God, what's that? Is that someone's pants?
Hey, they're my burgundy pants! Of course not. This was Colin and Justin on the estate, in which confirmed bachelors, Colin and Justin, set out to renovate the Ardennes, a run-down estate in Glasgow. So their priority is to get the estate clear of litter. Their first job, to motivate the people living there.
There's nappies in there. There's needles in there. There's bottles in there. You can no longer live like this, and you've got to help us tidy the place up.
No.
Why not? Whatever happened to Bo Derek, eh? So Justin and Colin set about turning one of the flats into a show flat.
Their assistant, Roseanne, is trying to bring the flat up to their exacting standards.
You get a bigger scraper for a start. Eventually, they got the show flat done, and it was fantastic. There was only really one telltale sign that it had been done up by two gay men.
Just decorate the corner one. I mean, this room...
3 hat boxes. One for the burgundy scarf, one for the burgundy gloves, and one for the burgundy pants. I tell you what, though, if anyone can fix up that estate, Colin and Justin can. Boys?
Yes, we can. And Rolly too. Lofty and Wendy join the crew. Bob and the gang have so much fun, working together to get the job done. Yes, we can.
And if that's not entertainment, I don't know what is. See you next week.
Coming up next, it's Dancing on Ice. Yes, despite global warming, we've managed to find an ice rink, and we're back for a brand new series.
Yes, a whole host of celebrities will be donning their skates in a bid to win your hearts and your votes.
So you better get your skates on, because we kick off in just a few moments.